Thanks for joining us on NewsNation Rush Hour. I'm Nichole Berlie, and we are following new developments of that Chinese spy balloon floating over the U.S. Right now, we are tracking it over St. Louis, Missouri. So here's what we know so far. It was spotted over Billings, Montana, Wednesday, having earlier crossed over Alaska's Aleutian Islands through Canada, then into the U.S. Our military is monitoring it and has taken action to protect against the collection of sensitive information. That balloon, though, now moving east. China denies it's a spacecraft, essentially saying it's a weather balloon that blew off course. So joining us now, On Balance host Leland Vittert. All right, Leland, I heard you just scoff at that a little bit. They're saying this is a wayward weather balloon. Yay or nay to that?
Well, I'm sure OJ is still looking for the real killer. Probably with the same veracity that this is a weather balloon. Of course it's not a weather balloon. What this sort of gives us, I think, a really good understanding is of we are watching a game of chess between two nuclear adversaries, right, between the United States and China be played out. And we are right now seeing maybe an eighth or a 16th of the chessboard. So there are some moves that are being made about the weather balloon and about all sorts of things that are happening right now in the South China Sea, for sure, that we don't see. And then there are moves that we see. Obviously, the Chinese sending this balloon over is not by accident. And there's the move of the Pentagon saying that they know that this balloon is over here. That's not by accident either. And at times, we're looking at this chessboard and going, this doesn't make any sense. You hope that people who are smarter than us and who have more information than us are making the right moves on the rest of the chessboard.
Absolutely. What are they looking for? What specifically are they wanting to learn?
Well, it's a great question. Call the Chinese up, see if they can give you the answer. You look at where this is. It's over Montana, which is over the ICBM missile fields. And it's now over Missouri, which is home to Whitman Air Force Base. You used to work in St. Louis as well. That's home to our B-2 bombers, which are the stealth bombers. So you now have a spy craft over, and it flew directly over Whitman Air Force Base, over the two of the three parts of America's nuclear triad. And you said, what are they looking for? Not only are they looking, but they're likely listening. And if you plot that map that you see right there, along with the flights of U.S. Air Force electronic surveillance planes as well, they match up pretty well over the past few days. So the Chinese are listening and looking at us, and we're listening and looking at them look at us. And we're also listening to what they're sending back to Beijing from this weather balloon to see what we can glean. And you don't know. Maybe the reason we're not shooting it down is because we're shining a laser at it to see if we can blind it and see what the Chinese do next. So you really don't know what's going on the rest of the chessboard, which is kind of what makes this fun.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a big game of chess. All right, let's bring back up the map that we looked at initially. I'd like to take a look at that again from where it started, originated in China, through over the Aleutian Islands, the one right before this. I don't know if we can bring that one up, because we know that both the U.S. and China spy on each other. There we go. That's the one I wanted to look at. We know both countries essentially spy on each other, right? But, I mean, this is a big investment. That's a long way for this balloon to travel. Do we know how much China has invested in this?
No idea. These aren't that expensive to build, right? And you don't know where it's going. If you watch the path as it goes down over Missouri, and these are maneuverable, right? It's gone from 90,000 feet to 60,000 feet. It's solar powered. It has ways to maneuver. Does it end up over Cuba and come down there? Does it end up over Nicaragua? Does it end up near the Panama Canal, where the Chinese have significant resources and military folks and ships? Does it end up over Venezuela and come down there, where the Chinese have heavily invested? Or a number of the places in the Caribbean where the Chinese military has spent a lot of money building ports. And somehow it happens to come down over a Chinese freighter and then disappear. So the next few days are going to be really fascinating to watch.
And I'm looking at the screen here, you know, as we track this balloon. On your show tonight, you will speak with somebody who actually saw this balloon.
So this is video from one of our NewsNation affiliates. This is their helicopter that was tracking the balloon. The very first picture that was taken, there was an old photojournalist who took a picture of the balloon and put it on the internet. So we talked to him. And we're going to be talking to a congressman who's on the News Select Committee about China and investigating China. And timing's never a coincidence. Not trained to believe in that. And if we look at what's happening, Blinken has canceled his trip, the Secretary of State to China, and the State of the Union is coming up. The one issue that brings enormous bipartisan support in the Congress is confronting China. And you've got to watch whether or not this administration is hawkish enough for the American people on China. Because if you listen to both sides right now, there's real anger that this was not shot down and that we're not being more aggressive to China. It's going to be fascinating to watch next week how aggressive President Biden is about it.
How he will address it. All right, Leland, as always, thank you for that. And you can tune in for that one-on-one conversation. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern on Balance, only here on NewsNation. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.